What's the song that you guys are getting down to? Mine, this one, I can listen to it at work when I want to throw ass, you know what I mean? Motion by Pluto, Nanaski, and Sexy Red. Oh, it makes me want to throw my bones in 360 slow-mo. It's so good. Anyways, that's not what today's video is. Hi everyone, how are we doing? I am very excited for this video. Why? Because we're yapping about wellness influencers. What's new? As someone who is quite healthy herself, but does dabble in a little bit of red 40, I'd like to tell you that I think I'm a balanced human being. I believe that I don't want to freak myself out over food or taking care of myself, because at the end of the day, we are all gonna pass. Do I want to be as healthy as I can? Absolutely. However, some people on the internet, online, the wellness influencers, are taking it to such an extreme, per usual, and when you think it's crazy, it gets 10 times worse. Like when I think I've showed y'all some of the wild stuff online, I was shocked today with some of the clips I've compiled for you all. So that's what we're doing. We're reacting to some of the toxic, ridiculous things that wellness influencers are posting. And also we're gonna kind of break some fear mongering, okay? Because I know some of y'all get a little bit nervous when you see videos like this, and don't you worry, Bella's got you. Before you hop into today's video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell button down below so you'll be notified of every single video I post. And real quickly, I do want to take a moment to thank the sponsor of today's video. So I want to talk to you guys about your hormones. If you guys do or don't know, I'm someone that has PCOS, and I also try to track my hormones pretty frequently. And I've done the whole calendar thing to track my hormones and my cycle. And sometimes it just felt like I was guessing and I didn't have a sure answer about everything. And actually, I had a friend put me onto the brand Mira, which I had no idea existed, and I'm so grateful that I found it. This is the Mira Ultra 4. Mira Ultra 4 is a device where you can track your hormone patterns. So if you're someone who's trying to conceive, identify your fertile windows, show patterns of delayed or missed ovulation with PCOS like I have, and you can get a clearer insight into perimenopausal hormonal changes. It's a great way to get an insight on you. You're able to track all 4 hormones, FSH, LH, E3G, and PDG, all through one wand that I'm able to test out in the morning, and get my results in the app at around like 15 to 20 minutes. And what's nice is I can actually see patterns in my entire month, so I get a full picture of what's going on. It's FDA registered, up to 99.5% accurate. Another aspect that I love about this is I can actually predict hormonal shifts before they peak. So you're able to, again, have a thorough understanding, whether you're just trying to understand your body better, you're wanting to know your health, whatever that case may be, Mira has got you covered. This has been able to take the guesswork out of it for me and put that into the convenience of my own home. So if you're somebody who is maybe trying to conceive, if you deal with really irregular cycles, just like I have, or at the end of the day, you just really want to understand your body, I absolutely recommend this. So if you guys are interested, go to the link in the description below, pin comment, or scan the QR code on the screen and use the code Isabella for 25% off of your kit today. Thank you so much to Mira for partnering with me on today's video. And now let's get into it. First thing I want to kind of mention with this topic in general is I think this is important, and I don't know if I've personally highlighted this yet, but again, it's never too late. We are really witnessing a lot of change when it comes to public health and how things are going with like health in general being talked about. For example, we have seen an influx of people who are very anti-vax. We have seen people say that they are doing their own research, but they cannot even read a study to save their life. We are seeing very poor attempts at discrediting science that has years and years of backing. Very basic things like sunscreen, for example, that have been used for a long time are now being claimed to be more dangerous than skin cancer. So we are kind of hitting a really big deep end with health and wellness. And one thing that drives me crazy is I am all for, again, like I said, I'm all for being healthy, but I also think that people need to trust medical professionals and also trust science at the end of the day. We have progressed as a society because of science, because of people who have learned and grown and developed so much in our world from medicine and beyond, but some people are trying to set us back. Also, this is no help when we have the MAGA, like Make America Healthy Again movement that is quite literally doing the exact opposite of making our country healthy. It's ass backwards and stupid. Just a bunch of inbred hillbillies saying things online, okay? It's not fun. That's kind of where we're seeing some of this stuff stem from more so, and it's really alarming. So now let's actually get into it. This first one is no doctor for baby.
I'm 24 weeks past conception this week. I do this all on my own. I don't have a midwife. I don't see a doctor. I don't get scans. I don't really do anything at all. I trust my body. I eat well. I live well. And makes babies, and the babies come out. I may seem radical to some. This might seem like insanity, but to me, doing it any other way is insanity. I have stopped nursing my toddler at this point, which, yes, that was kind of an emotional transition, but at the same time, not, because my body has been telling me for weeks that I should, and This is part of life. With my first pregnancy, she was head down, ready to go the whole time. This baby is all over the place. He is sideways most of the time, flipping around, doing crazy shit. It's great. I feel very grateful every time I feel a baby moving in there, but otherwise we are just trucking right along. Baby will come when baby comes, and we're just here.
I've never been pregnant before. I've never had a baby. Like, you get the vibe. I really am very, very nervous about how many people are so against getting scans and treatments when it comes to pregnancy. Pregnancy is dangerous. Like, something going wrong, because there's so many things can go wrong, is terrifying to me. And so it freaks me out when I see people that are like, hell no, and advocating for don't get scans or anything. Because one thing I will say, while I don't know everything and I am a random goofy person on the internet, I also will say that things like scans and testing are there for a multitude of reasons. Just to be able to be prepared for when birth comes to take care of said baby, because sometimes when babies are born, complications happen or they find out something, and that's to help them survive, honestly. There's many things that can go wrong because bodies just be bodying, okay? And one comment that I forgot who said this, and I really wish I could directly quote it. When there wasn't, hot tamales and red 40 galore, okay? Everyone was eating pretty damn healthy and had access to organic everything, yet people were still dying off. It wasn't the lack of organic food, it was the fact that we didn't have enough science to keep everyone alive and treat problems. Because I am incredibly healthy. For example, I'm a very healthy person. I take care of myself pretty damn well. I have been the person that's gotten the most sick in my family. I have always had issues. I have always been used to getting sick frequently. It really sucks. So this idea that, oh, well, my body is meant to, work as well, but it also just doesn't. So I don't like it that we're trying to fearmonger utilizing medical services for babies. But at the same time, I also want to acknowledge the fact that it is really sad that people are scared of the medical system. And it is sad if people have been traumatized or don't feel like that they're able to get the care that they need due to affordability. So it's a very complex situation, but that scared me a little. Okay, so this is an influencer we're reacting to that apparently wants to talk about copper IUDs. Now, mama, I am all for birth control. I have been an advocate for do whatever makes you feel good and what you need. The fear mongering around birth control is also another incredibly alarming conversation that we're going to get into. So let's watch.
I really, really hate to tell you this, but they lied to you about the copper IUD and that it is safer than other hormonal birth control. Let's talk about it. First, you got to know how it works. Copper is released into your uterus, which causes inflammation. The inflammation prevents the sperm from implanting your egg. Here's the problem. That inflammation does not just stay in your uterus, it impacts your entire body. The inflammation increases your body's stress response and depletes your minerals. The copper is competing with the zinc, and the zinc is in charge of your thyroid health. Any excess copper goes to your liver, which creates estrogen dominance. Estrogen dominance creates painful, heavy periods, which can lead to iron deficiencies and anemia. Hypothalamus is going cray-cray because of all of this, which is basically the hormone control center and in charge of all of your dopamine and serotonin levels, which increases anxiety, panic attacks, stubborn weight loss, cystic acne, and so much more. And if your doctor is like, oh, well, it's okay because it's less copper than what you would eat in a day, you look them straight in the eyes and you tell them, when I digest copper, my liver produces something called ceruloplasm that prevents the copper from being in its free form and harming my body. When it is in my pelvis, it is in its free form and it is harming my body. Oh, and also your doctor's probably going to tell you that it's good for 7 years, but it actually gets technically rusty after year 2, and they're not going to take it out until after year 7. So do with that what you want. Enjoy this information. Do with it what you will.
One problem that I have, and I'm going to make this really clear, reproductive health is incredibly important. Having access to birth control. And with that being said, though, it's really alarming when we live in a current climate right now. Having access to proper care for your body is not exactly as accessible. Fear mongering around birth control is not okay. End of story, okay? Now, if you have not had good experiences with it, that's valid. If you don't like it, that's okay, right? There's some birth control I've tried that were awful. They were horrendous. Whatever you want to do is whatever you want to do. What we are not going to do, though, is try and make a bunch of random little words that sound big and scary and bullshit and weaponize it to put fear around something that is a very huge medical advancement, okay? Birth control is a huge, huge importance in our society, and just for freedom, protecting yourself. There are many people who just simply want to have it for a multitude of reasons, whatever that may be. So now I want to react who is responding to this exact video to kind of show you what I'm talking about with these wellness influencers just saying bullshit to make you scared, because I fathom how that first video can make somebody scared.
I really, really hate to tell you this, but they lied to you about the copper IUD and that it is safer than other hormonal birth control. Let's talk about it.
Since we're talking about liars and I got time, let's count how many lies are in this video.
First, you got to know how it works. Copper is released into your uterus, which causes inflammation.
True.
The inflammation prevents the sperm from implanting your egg.
Sperm fertilizes an egg. Implantation is something completely different. Implantation is when an embryo buries itself into the uterine lining, establishing a pregnancy. Oh, stop being nitpicky, you know what she means. Listen, if you're gonna make a birth control video, you need to know the difference between fertilization and implantation. Let's keep going.
Here's the problem. That inflammation does not just stay in your uterus, it impacts your entire body.
And 2 lies. Copper from the copper IUD is not readily absorbed into the blood. We've known this for about 50 years. Oh, but what about that study of 100 women in Iran?
Thank you. This is another perfect example of how people will sometimes like to cite studies and make claims about things, but they don't read it or understand a lot of the terms involved with studies. And again, I am all for encouraging people to read and explore and try to understand things. I love doing that. But again, you have to be self-aware. When you don't know something, you need to admit that. I'm beyond well aware to be able to admit that when I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, or if I'm a little wavering. That's important. That's how you learn and grow as a person and don't mislead people. Medical misinformation is what leads to dangerous situations.
You mean the study whose results have not been replicated and doesn't even have a control group? But also, what's this? You really use this picture to describe the copper IUD not just being in your uterus and affecting your whole system. Girl, this ain't even an IUD. So as an actual expert in contraception, I took one look at that picture and I'm like, that's not even a copper IUD. It's not even an IUD at all. There's no copper in it. It's an Escher device. An Escher device is a completely different kind of birth control. It doesn't even belong on the inside of the uterus. It's not even on the market anymore. Why is there a random picture of a completely different birth control in this video about copper IUDs? Oh, but maybe she made a mistake. Maybe she thought it was an IUD. No, she knew because she cropped the caption out of that video, because this is the picture that she uses in her video and this is the original photo. Notice that the caption that she crops out even tells you that it's an Escher. Honestly, I should just stop the video here because the rest of the video is based on the lie that the copper IUD actually changes your serum copper levels. But let's keep going.
The inflammation increases your body's stress response and depletes your minerals.
Truth, but also so it is true that inflammation does activate the body's stress response. That's what steroids and cortisol are for. But the inflammation from the copper in the copper IUD is locally acting inside the uterus. It's not your whole body.
Copper is competing with the zinc, and the zinc is in charge of your thyroid health.
Half truth, half... Okay, so zinc does play a role in your thyroid health, just like iodine does. But in situations of acute stress, like you're running away from a lion or you're watching this video, your minerals aren't depleted, like they just like evaporate from your body. They're just diverted to other organs that need it for like short-term survival, like your muscles, your heart, your lungs, that kind of thing. But again, the copper IUD does not change your serum copper levels. It does not make you...
And also, can I just say, how many of you guys have also seen the videos talking about high cortisol, high cortisol? Most people that are yapping about it do not know what that means. They literally, it's just a trending topic right now. Give it 2 more months, we're gonna have something new. Like, this is so shocking that this is a prominent issue we have in this wellness industry, but like, perfect example. We have somebody who made a video that looked pretty good, and then now we have a professional calling it out and saying, hey, all of this is pretty damn wrong, and yet the parts that she did represent are still not accurate to the video's topic at hand.
Systematically more inflamed. It does not lead to an increased cortisol state. It's okay.
Any excess copper goes to your liver, which creates estrogen dominance.
Half truth, half... Your stats are not looking good, dog. So it's true that excess copper can get stored in the liver, but that's not from a copper IUD. That's from Wilson's disease. Wilson's disease, as you learn the first year of med school, is a very rare genetic condition where your body cannot remove excess copper, and so it builds up in your liver, which can lead to liver failure. Copper IUDs can't change your genetics. So copper IUDs can't give you Wilson's disease. So copper IUDs can't have you store excess copper in your liver and give you liver.
She did make a part 2, but I wanted to stop it right there because you get the vibe of what I'm trying to get at. The point is we have people who are trying to fearmonger against very good medications. Now, again, this is not to in any way change the fact that some people have bad experiences with medications. Some people have a bad reaction to penicillin. Does that mean penicillin is fucking awful? No, that just means that you may not be able to take it. Some people are allergic to latex. Does that mean latex is awful? We must ban it for all eternity? No, that just means it's not going to work for you. Again, just because something is natural or whatever, it doesn't inherently mean it's good. You know, if I was without toilet paper in the woods, I certainly wouldn't wipe my holes of poison ivy, now would I? Okay, thank you very much. Just to kind of remind y'all, some people be saying shit, that doesn't mean it's true, okay? And some people, unfortunately, will manipulate information to hold an agenda and make you scared of something. If you want to try birth control, mama, do it.
Your car air freshener is turning you gay. It is depleting you of testosterone.
That makes so much sense now. I wonder why I swung both ways. Thank you so much for giving me that answer. And we're coming up on Pride Month, y'all. We should get a bunch of air fresheners and let's make everyone gay. Air fresheners are making you gay. Do you guys not like to color? I love coloring books. Do you guys not like to have friends? Do you just want to ruin everyone's day, piss on everyone's parade?
It is wrecking your hormones. I just was in an Uber and the Uber driver had like a pack of car fragrance trees.
That happened to me yesterday.
Yeah.
I had to hold my breath the whole ride.
Exactly. It's disgusting, right? It needs to be banned. None of the artificial fragrance air fresheners in a car. So I tell the Uber driver, you realize that those are turning you gay. He parks to drop me off. He immediately grabs the pack of trees and he puts them in the trash can. He goes, thank you for telling me that. That's all it takes.
I can't believe people still use those.
I just saved that man's balls. Those can make you very, very sick. It can make it hard to get pregnant. I mean, there's a myriad of issues with anything that has perfume or fragrance that's artificial.
This is just rooted in homophobia. It's not actually rooted in helping you. This is just you being a weirdo at this point. You are insane if you are like, what if you turn gay? And girl, what about it? I don't know. I don't mind that I'm a little, convenient. I have double the options and I'm single. Anyway, I find this ironic how these people who want to use this kind of stuff to make you scared are just weaponizing incredibly homophobic perspectives as if the worst thing that could happen is you turning gay. Now, second of all, fragrances, there's nothing to prove that. Mind you, these are the same people who get onto Facebook and go, I don't give Facebook permission to have access to my blanket, whatever the hell it is. And they repost it everywhere thinking that that's going to do something. They fully believe that air fresheners make you gay. Personally, I've had enough in my car. I should be a lesbian, but I'm not. Unfortunately, I do like men. So clearly it's not working that well. Go outside, go play pickleball or something. Shit. This next thing we're going to react to is peptides. Now, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about here, there's a big wave of using things called peptides. Now, insulin is technically a peptide. A GLP-1 is a peptide. By the way, I had a brand reach out to me one time that was like, can we pay you to sponsor a GLP-1? And I was like, get the out of my DMs. People who are wanting to purchase these little containers that can do a plethora of things, right? There's like a glow combination. There are things that can help with muscle growth. There's a lot of allegations out there. Some people say it works, some people say it doesn't. Some of these products are only tested on animals. They're not tested for human consumption. So it's a broad topic. Let me know if you guys would be interested in me doing a deep dive on the trend of peptides because I'm really interested. But anyways, people are pitting, like injecting themselves with solutions to things that they purchase online. Let's look at that.
I've been taking peptides for the last year and a half, and if I had to choose only 3, these would be it. The first one would be GHK, otherwise known as the beauty peptide. And when I say my skin has never looked better and my hair has never grown faster, more healthy, I owe it all to GHK, no questions asked. My absolute...
Okay, here's the thing. I'm going to be so transparent. This is one of the times where I say I don't know everything that I'm talking about right now. I don't know enough about peptides right now to give a full, broad statement on this. I only know that there's a lot that is unresearched. I'm going to put that out there. However, it always surprises me when I see people who are so willing to be super anti-vax, to be super against buying hot Cheetos, to claim that sunscreen is going to kill you. And then they're the same people that want to inject Botox into their face and buy peptides off of the gray market or whatever the it's called. This propaganda is not going to get me unless the doctor approves it. How about that?
Holy grail. The second one would be NAD, and you guys have probably heard of this one because it's become quite mainstream, but NAD is an essential coenzyme that quite literally powers every single one of your cells, and NAD naturally declines with age, but what I've noticed is it just gives me way more energy. I feel like I can get out of bed easier. I don't need 75 coffees to get through the day. But also, it's just really great for general.
One thing that freaks me out with the peptide topic is I don't see enough encouragement for blood work and talking to your doctor. Regardless, I can't tell somebody what to do or not to do. I know like you're going to do whatever, but there's not enough like disclaimers. Let's give the benefit of the doubt. What if this stuff works great and it's perfectly safe wherever she's getting that from? I still do not see anything saying, hey, check with your doctor, tell your doctor about this stuff, get blood work done. Because what if something may have an impact on you that's not good or impact a medication? Like you really don't know, or maybe you don't need something. It's so alarming to me that we're just freely giving off this advice so generally with not enough disclaimers.
Preventative aging. Last but not least, glutathione. Glutathione is your natural antioxidant, so it really just helps clear the system. And I don't know about you, but I will never give up alcohol. I love a good glass of wine. I love a good martini. Could not pay me to stop. That being said, the hangovers have gotten a little bit worse, and I've just found with glutathione, my hangovers, not as bad. Wake up feeling great. So top 3, GHK, NAD.
Okay, so yeah, what do you guys think about the peptide conversation? Because fun fact, I do know some people who are on peptides. I don't know where they order from, and I'm not asking. That's none of my business. It is definitely something I am concerned about because I just don't think there's enough public evidence around it right now to make sure that you're safe. I just want everyone safe, okay? At the end of the day, I want everyone okay. That's it. right? We will talk about that in another video. But okay, this next one, what I don't do as a mom. So if you guys do or don't know, crunchy moms are like, I feel like it's kind of like a line or spectrum where there's the granola kind of crunchy where it's not too bad. And then it's like, let's chew on sheet metal because we're that batshit. And I fear that some people are getting too far. But this is the what I don't do as a mom, crunchy mom edition.
Here's some things I do as a crunchy mom that would send a non-crunchy person into a coma. My toddler is not allowed to eat food dyes. He is almost 3 and he has never had food dye in his life. And if I have anything to say about it, he will not have food dyes for a very long time. Going somewhere for a long period of time, I will make sure to bring enough water from home so that we don't have to buy plastic bottled water or drink unfiltered water. My entire family wear organic underwear and we always sleep in organic sheets at home. If we go to a birthday party or somewhere where there's going to be a treat, my toddler gets to pick a special treat from home that doesn't have like high fructose corn syrup and additives and chemicals and food dyes, and he brings it to the party and he gets to eat it when it's treat time. I haven't worn perfume in 5 years.
Okay, hot take. I actually find that some of this is really restrictive especially when I see the crunchy mom content. A lot of it has been based in restriction and a lot of fear mongering. And I always get really concerned about how kids grow up when it comes to like restricting them from snacks. For example, the topic of food. I'd actually, okay, my poor mother, she's gonna hate me for saying this. My mom years ago was kind of like a crunchy mom before it was cool. She was not weird or anything, but I actually remember my mom was not into certain like bad food, like junk food. And I actually vividly, I'm not kidding, I remember the exact day that I had a Pop-Tart for the first time. You wanna know what it was? It was when I was 6 years old and my mom was in the hospital giving birth to my brother. That's how, because I was at someone else's house. And I cannot describe to you the glorious, just sweet delicacy of crunching on that flavored cardboard was ethereal. It actually it sent me to the moon. I really felt like a new person after that. And after that, I'm gonna tell you right now, in full transparency, as a grown up now, you can't pay me to not tear up a Pop-Tart, a snack. Oh my God, I just tore up some chips and guac. Like I be snacking. I eat a lot, okay? I'm just saying, if you think this is gonna make them not want it, I think it may end up being counterproductive. It was counterproductive for me. That's all I'm gonna say.
We spent a lot of money buying organic mattresses for ourselves and our kids so that we're not breathing in microplastics and pesticides and all of the chemicals that conventional ones have. Speaking of a lot of money, we spent a lot of money on a whole house water filter and I do not regret it one bit. Our water is filtered to perfection. We have drinking water, our bath water is filtered, so we are not soaking into our skin the fluoride, the glyphosate, the pesticides, all the things that are in conventional water. If my kids are sick, before I even think about giving them medicine, I will take them outside in the grass, have them sit down, bring them a blanket, get them in the sunshine. If that doesn't work, we will try a detox bath. And of course, if they are truly sick, I will give them medicine, but that is a last resort for us. We don't treat our lawn with anything. We don't use like a...
Ooh, okay, I do not like that at all. There are some people who want to do their own weird shit on their health journey, and that's valid, that's individual. I get very offended when it starts leading into children and how you parent. It should not be a question of if you should make sure that your kid is comfortable and give them medication when they're sick. Why is it that that's your last resort? Girl, I got medication. I popped an ibuprofen yesterday because my back was killing me, and then I took a quick little 20-minute power nap, but I was good to go, okay? Modern day medicine is not bad. Yay, it keeps you alive. I don't know why that's such a bad thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I get it. Like when I'm sick, I lay in the sun, or okay, a detox bath. What does that mean? That makes no sense. If your kid's sick, that's not gonna just make it go away automatically. Like that's weird. Oh, well, that's a last resort. Give the kid fucking Tylenol or damn. Oh my God, like don't make your kids miserable for no reason because you want to be wacko. I know.
Lawn care business, we don't spray it, we don't use fertilizer. Our grass is our grass, it has dandelions, it has weeds, it is imperfect, but I would so much rather have imperfect lawn that my kids are walking in, stepping in, sometimes eating, that's not filled with pesticides and all of the chemicals that conventional spray, yucky stuff that you definitely wouldn't want in your children's bodies.
The general consensus of chemicals and chemicals are not just a bad word. Like I swear I have to repeat that every time, but the fear mongering around the term chemicals is so annoying. Water's a chemical, guys. Like we must let it go. You're gonna be just fine. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some like lawn treatments that I would never touch at all with a 10-foot pole, but I don't know. I fear that sometimes we go like this is going so far, it's then being counterproductive. This next one is called muscle testing foods. Oh, this is gonna be a doozy.
Okay, lean forward. Muscle testing works.
I know it does.
Feel free to just...
When in Walmart.
Yes, I'm telling you.
Girl, this is why I got certified in muscle testing. I know it works. All right, feel good about it. Okay, now
what they're saying is this is training in muscle swaying or whatever, where two crunchy moms are muscle testing, where they hold a product in front of them and to see how their body naturally moves, where they treat their body like a pendulum, and either if you go forward, it's your body wants it and it's good for you. If you go back, it's bad for you. Oh my God, I know exactly what I'm gonna test this out, guys. I'm so excited. Y'all see this gummy? Now, this certainly isn't a Scooby snack, but it's definitely why Scooby-Doo wanted a snack. That's for damn sure. Does my body want it? I'm doing the Michael Jackson lean. See, I'm gonna get higher than Big Ben later. That one's a little bit more unserious and kind of funny, but like, you know what? Get the salt and vinegar chips. I'm here to tell you, here's your side. Be a little crazy this week, gotta get the salt and vinegar chips. You know, get the pickled chips from Aldi. Those are really good, by the way. We don't need to be doing anything crazy and making the grocery list a little bit more difficult in the Walmart. I think we're all right. Again, we're overcomplicating food. Just eat a balanced meal. Also, maybe it's just me, but I'm not basing off if my body is leaning on something. I'm sticking to my budgeted grocery list. Okay, last one is about sunscreen. So this is one video out of many that I have seen that have talked about sunscreen. Now, there have been others that I've been trying to look at that are demonizing sunscreen, saying that it's toxic and bad for you and worse for you than skin cancer. And the reason why I want to talk about this is, number one, just because you wear sunscreen doesn't mean that you're not going to get like benefits of the sun. Sunscreen is supposed to block the UV rays that are going to, you know, whoop your skin's ass. Okay. And by the way, this is coming from somebody who, my dad got skin cancer. It's fine. He got it out. We're good. Sunburns are no joke. Sunscreen is good for you. You cannot convince me. Put the shit on me. I do not want to get skin cancer. Skin cancer is 10 times worse than, oh no, the sunscreen may be a little bit icky. Let's play devil's advocate here. Let's say it's kind of bad for you. Which bad do we want? It's a little bit not good for your skin or prevents you from getting sun cancer. Kahoot time, guys. Are we wanting the cancer or the mineral sunscreen? I don't know about you, but I'm going to be getting that copper tone and spraying that shit all over me because there are some sunburns, y'all, that you can't come back from. They're pretty bad where you have to be going to a dermatologist and checking. Sun exposure is no joke. You can get tans. You can get sun. Sun is very good for you. Yes, you should not be playing with that. Please, oh my God, please listen to professionals. Like at the end of the day, that is like the biggest thing that I could advocate for you in terms of this video and just any of them. Listen to professionals. And so many of these people, don't get me wrong, I know not everyone is a perfect person and there's going to be mistakes and things that happen in the medical field. I absolutely agree with you on that because some doctors fail, okay? I've been misdiagnosed. I get the vibe. I understand. But I think a lot of people really have your best interests at heart. And I also don't think that a lot of doctors have gone out of their way to go through medical school, residency, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to get through just for their knowledge and research and so much more, just to be quote unquote told that they're wrong by a random person who Googled a study that they don't even understand. It's good to ask questions and advocate for yourself. I agree, but holy shit, the fear mongering is getting too much. Okay. We have got to put faith into science because science is what has carried us far. Okay. I'm telling you right now, if I was born as a Victorian child, I would have died. Raise a fans or comment down below. How many of y'all would have made it past the age of 6? I would have been dead. Like modern medicine has kept me alive far longer than I would have been if I did not have access to modern day medicine. Moral of the story, there is a lot of fear mongering when it comes to health influencers, wellness content so much. And there's some people who may think that they know what they're talking about, but they just are yapping and saying things that sound scary, but they're really not. Just do your due diligence and double check all the information that you're getting online because not everyone has your best interest at heart, nor do they know what they're talking about. So stick to science, stick to evidence-based things. You know what I'm talking about? And be safe. I love y'all so much. And don't forget to check out the sponsor, the link in the description below and pin comment. And you know, I will see you guys next week. Okay. Love you guys. Bye.